Hi, it's Alan here from Reilly Real Estate. Welcome to Reilly's Real Talk for this Friday, the 12th of May. I hope you've been able to stay out of the wind. It's a nice sunny day, but a bit windy and a bit chilly in that wind today. So I hope you've been able to stay out of that and you've had a good Friday heading into what is going to be, we hope, a great weekend. This week we wanted to give you a bit of an update on what's happening in the sales side of the market here in Toowoomba, but also what's happening on the rental side of things. And we've got a suburb spotlight and a bit of an update for you on Glenvale. So let's have a look at the sales market. This Saturday we've got 107 properties open for inspection across Toowoomba. This is a slight increase on last week, but is still below what we would consider the average for this time of year. So still not as many properties out there for inspection as what we would expect, but good news is it's up from last week for all those people that are looking for a property. Active properties on the market right now, there are 399 properties actively for sale on realestate.com. That's taking away all those that are already marked as under contract. That number is steady from last week. So for all the properties that sold or withdrawn, there was an equal number that has come onto the market. So showing some steadiness in the market, and that's reflected through what we've seen over the past week, that the market has stayed more or less steady throughout the week. It's much the same as what we reported last week. We're experiencing strong buyer demand and we're in a low volume in terms of supply, a low supply market still. All types of buyers seem to be active across the market. Right now we're seeing lots of inquiry coming through from first home buyers, be that for houses, if they can find something under 450 or under 500, and also for people looking for units. Lots of demand, especially for home buyers in the units side of things. We've seen that over the past few months and that's continuing. Also seeing investors in the marketplace, not as actively as people looking for homes to live in, but there still are investors out there. Certainly lots of buyer agents inquiring on properties, be they local buyers agents or those from further afield that are looking on behalf of predominantly out of town investors looking to secure a property in the area. So a wide range of buyers out in the market at the moment, which is giving the opportunity for a wide range of property to transact and to achieve some really good prices at the moment. On the rental side of things, right now there's 317 properties available for rent across Toowoomba. Now it sounds like a big number, but it does represent still less than 1% vacancy rate across Toowoomba. So where the vacancy rate is coming up, it was as low as 0.3 of 1% at one point only a few months ago. So it is coming up towards 1%, which shows that there's probably a few more properties available to what there as compared to what there was. But and the vacancy rate as it comes to 1% actually represents the highest level it's been since December of 2020. Can you believe since then, which is 2.5 years now, mate, even a little bit more, the vacancy rate through our region has been less than 1%. So a very sustained period there of a very tight rental market that's continuing at the moment, and with daily hearing stories from people looking for a rental property that are really having trouble finding something. Things are going quickly, prices are moving up. It is certainly not reinventing the wheel here by saying it's a tough market at the moment for many tenants out there. But we are seeing some more properties become available. So hopefully that's some good news for people who are looking for a rental property right now. It also should be really good news for investors that are looking in the area. It should give you confidence to buy as an investor in the Toowoomba region, because we know there are a good number of people looking, which gives you a really good opportunity to get a property, to buy a property if it's not already rented, and have it rented quite quickly to good tenants very quickly after the property goes unconditional, or property settles rather. So our suburb spotlight now, suburb spotlight this week is on Glenvale. So we want to give each week, what we want to do is bring you a bit of an update on the various suburbs throughout Toowoomba, the various suburbs that we service here at Reilly Real Estate. This week we wanted to look at Glenvale. It's one of the biggest suburbs in Toowoomba with an area of 14.6 square kilometres. So that's a big space, and it's one of Toowoomba's longest established suburbs with a wide range of housing styles, from post-war cottages and older Queenslanders, on your typical quarter acre block, right through to new homes. There's new land being opened up in Glenvale all the time. There's new homes being built in Glenvale all the time, it seems. and so new homes and units available throughout the area, as well as obviously that acreage area of Glenvale around the showground. So a wide range of property. Really, there is property in Glenvale to suit every taste for people out there. Right now, the median house price in Glenvale is $488,000. That represents a year-on-year increase of 5.5%. And for units, the median sale price is $365,000, which also represents a 9.9% year-on increase. So both prices for both houses and units continuing to grow in Glenvale, which is really positive. The average time on market at the moment is just 14 days. So if you're looking in that area and you find something you like, you do need to act quickly. Properties are not staying on the market for very long. And the 10-year average for sales across Glenvale is 12 a month. So that's established houses and units, not taking into account off the plan sales or land sales. Just established houses and units is 12 a month will sell. On average, that's over a 10-year average, so a good reliable number. And right now there are just 27 established houses or units on the market for sale. So if you take into account that average of 12 per month will sell, you can imagine that 27 will turn into 15 pretty quickly, and that tight market continues for people looking to buy in the area. For investors, the yield for rental yield for houses in Glenvale is 4.78% at the moment, and 5.1% for units. So that is a good strong yield still, but it does represent a decrease from the same time last year, and that's just the impact of price increases over the past 12 months starting to bring that yield back a bit, but it is still quite a good strong return from a residential investment point of view. The median rent for Glenvale for houses is $460 a week at the moment, which represents a 15% year-on-year growth, and for units the median rent is $385, which represents a 10% growth in the median price of the rentals there. So while the yields have come back a bit because of the capital growth in the area, the actual dollar amount of the rent has gone up for those investors looking in the area and people that have already got property in the area. Quite potentially, if you've owned a property in Glenvale for let's say 5 years, maybe even over 2 or 3, or certainly for a longer period of time, you'll find that you've potentially got really good equity in the property. If you're an investor, you could use that equity to buy again into Glenvale if you like, and increase your holding there, and also increase your return and your investment portfolio in the area, which it is a suburb that's always popular with tenants. So certainly not a bad idea if you're looking to invest in the region. So that's our suburb spotlight on Glenvale. As I say, one of the biggest suburbs in Toowoomba, has a really wide variety of property and some great opportunities for both owner-occupiers and investors in the area. That's Reilly's Real Talk for this week. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate your time. We hope you found that of some value. Just before I go, it'd be remiss of me not to say a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Interesting fact here for Reilly Real Estate is that aside from myself, everyone that works in the business is a mother. So we have my beautiful wife, Emma, Michelle, who works in our property management, and obviously my mother, Janet. I'm lucky enough to work with her. So surrounded every day with lovely mothers in the office, which is, I'm really fortunate, I think, to have such lovely people here with me in the business. And lots of many other mothers that I know and get to see, not quite as regularly as I'd like, but get to catch up with. Hopefully this Sunday we'll catch up with some of them. And if you're seeing your mum on Mother's Day, make sure you've got her a good gift and you make her day on Sunday. Thanks very much. Cheers.